I've seen you before. You're the asshole on TV.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Pop Top Lee with what unfortunately it's bittersweet. This is the final episode of The Hunt for Schwarzenegger, for the simple fact the budget has been blown. You'll see, it's very loosely. But the £5 has been spent and I've managed to pick up some brilliant bangers. So if you're new to this, just to give you a little overview, my aim was to try and rebuild my Arnold Schwarzenegger DVD collection for a maximum spend of £5, seeing how many I could get from a combination of charity shops and car boots. I did look at other sources. Online just kind of obviously went out the window with postage. Facebook Marketplace was like there was some on there, but you had to kind of buy this and that together. It wasn't worthwhile anyway. But this one, it turned out to be the honeypot of them all, to be fair for me. I went to a car boot sale I'd never been to before in Croft, so it's about 20 minutes from me, probably about 10-15 miles away. But the biggest car boot I've ever been in my entire life, literally field after field, row after row of well, in this case, some bangers. And I'm looking at it now and I'm thinking, I almost scuppered myself. When I do these kind of things, I should tell you that I'm really strict to myself. So if I'm on the hunt for Schwarzenegger, I try and stick to just looking for Schwarzenegger. And there was DVD after DVD after DVD after DVD. And there's part of me who regrets not picking up a few here and there. But then I've got a big pile of DVDs in front of me, which I've watched probably about 4 of so far. So I kind of need to get through them first. But it's definitely opened my eyes to where I could take this next, whether I go with Schwarzenegger after Schwarzenegger with another actor, or whether I go down a different route. I'm not sure. I think I'm very much going to decide on the cuff, on the day, when I head back to this car boot again, because like I said, it was an absolute banger. It was a massive car boot, and I'm looking forward to hitting it probably this weekend, to be fair, if the sun is shining. But back to this hunt anyway. So just to say where we were at, we were up to a budget of this, so just over £1 remaining. It was kind of in the back of my mind, how much have I got left, and I'll be honest with you, I couldn't remember. So I've added it up since, and you can add it with me, almost like a little bit like Sesame Street. And you'll see that I've managed to actually do just slightly, I've gone slightly over, and it is slightly. So first one I managed to pick up was, I've got them in front of me, and I've got them in the wrong order, Terminator Genesis. So this one was 50p, first one I came across. I mean, let's be honest, it's the worst Arnold film, isn't it? It's the worst Terminator film by a country mile. I bought it and I'm kind of thinking, am I even going to rewatch it? I am going to watch it again. I feel like every film deserves a second chance, and it's a good 10 years since I've watched this before. I do wonder about the recasting, but the big one for me with this one, I don't know whether I'm going to get clips in or not. The last Schwarzenegger hunt, I'm going on a tangent. Honestly, it was going for YouTube, Gestapo were all over it. It took ages for me to actually get it released. Probably about 7 hours after I published it, they finally gave it the green light. But yeah, the trailer for this, and even the cover, showing John Connor as a Terminator, it's like, seriously, it's not a great twist as it is, but it's an even worse twist, the fact you put it in the trailer and we know it's going to happen. Some of the casting as well, Jay Courtney, I like him in the Suicide Squad film. I haven't really seen anything else where I find him appealing. He seems like a franchise killer. Wasn't he also in the Die Hard 5? I can't even remember what it was called. I've only ever watched that once. What a load of trash that was. But anyway, Terminator Genesis, so that is 50p added to the budget. And the next one was 50p as well, but this one was, this is one of the ones high on the list, Commando. So I think when you kind of talk about Schwarzenegger films, there's like the top 5 Schwarzenegger films. This one falls in that for me. Commando, really cool. In its day, I still remember it being advertised as having the highest death count of any film. Obviously that's gone out the window now with how films are going. But I had a lot of fun with Commando when I watched it years ago. I say years ago, probably about 3 or 4 years ago was the last time I watched it. And this is one that I'm looking forward to get straight back into and getting in the DVD player. Next two, next one was a 10p spend. So this is actually the cheapest one we found on the whole of the hunt. And it's The Last Stand. It's one I've seen before. If you've watched the charity shop videos, you'll have seen. And I kind of decided not to pick it up for 80p. So I got this one for 10p. Looking on the back, it's actually full of extras. And if I'm right in thinking this is the first one Arnie did after he came back as the Governor. And I think this is also the most up-to-date one. I'm going to look for a year, pre-planning, no, 2013. So I say recent, it's 10 years ago. But I do believe this is the most recent one I picked up. I mean, I can say straight away now, some of the ones he's done in the recent years, Maggie, Aftermath films, I've not actually seen, for the simple fact I've never had access to them. No sign of those yet, so we'll keep an eye out for them. But we finished with 20p, so the final budget spent is here. I'm adding this up in my head now, and I think I'm under budget. I am under budget.
You are stupid.
Under budget. I'm under budget by 7 pence.
Wrong.
If I'm adding it, it'll be on the screen anyway. I'm sure I was at £1.33 left, and what's that? £1.30. So am I 3 pence left? Oh man, just do the maths afterwards. It'll be on the screen for you lot, and I'm just sat here looking like an absolute wally. But it's my favourite. The Running Man, 20 pence. You cannot go wrong. Love this film so much. Not only one of my favourite Arnie films, but also one of my favourite films of all time. So I'll be honest, if they said this one was 50p or a pound, I probably would have said, yeah, you know what, I'm still going to go with it. I'm going to pick it up because I love it. I just think it's so cheesy for its time. But I just remember a summer, must have been late 80s. I must have watched this 10 times over. Just having access to it and being able to watch it over and over again on VHS. I love this film. And there you go. This is probably a good point actually to ask you at this point. What's your favourite Arnie film? Put that in the comments. I'd love to know. And also if you think there's anything missed out of, because someone did, bless them. I always said, I had a few people reaching out, so I appreciate all of you doing that, saying, oh, if I see this, do you want me to pick it up for you? And I was, no, the whole point of the hunt is that I want to try and spend the £5. But bless him, for Cook, figure collector, football shirt collector, Funko collector, whatever he goes by now, Andy said, look, I've sent something in the post for you, and purely by luck, he has sent me 3 that I have now got. He sent me End of Days. So this is a 90s Schwarzenegger. I think it's Schwarzenegger against the devil. So it's probably kind of, I'm not going to say horror, because I don't really think it falls into the horror, but it definitely falls into more of his kind of less action, more supernatural kind of one. Another recent one, I'm now saying this, is this past 2013? What year is this? What year is this? This is 2013 as well, so Escape Plan, so another quite up-to-date one alongside Stallone. Enjoyed this a lot, so really happy to have that one. And then again, we're into the top 5 territory. This was really, I seen Predator obviously in a couple of charity shops, and also I spoke about the cardboard sleeve, but Andy sent me Predator, and it is in a, oh, we've got a bit of, May was a bit, we've got a bit of May's hair stuck to a DVD. Yeah, Predator. I'm going to tell you another story. All my childhood stories. Predator is the first 18 I ever seen. I still remember my mum and dad had some friends. They came round and they said, "Oh, we've got a couple of films for the kids. Is that all right?" And they're like, "Yeah, they're all right." Me and my brother were quite young, and it was Predator and RoboCop. We had the night of our lives. So Predator, yeah, top 5 Arnie for me as well.
You one ugly motherfucker.
So I feel like I just need to do a little rundown. So I'm going to say we've spent, I can't, bloody maths. Let's go through what we managed to pick up anyway over the hunt. So in Colville we managed to pick up Terminator, we got Terminator 3, we got True Lies, Collateral Damage, and Terminator 2, I've got them in my hand. Car Boots, we got Total Recall, we got Sixth Day, Jingle All the Way, and then a couple of other charity shops. We picked up Eraser, and we picked up Conan the Barbarian. So the only ones I'm kind of thinking where, obviously I spoke about the more recent ones. Red Heat was one I've not seen that at all. Kindergarten Cop, another one where if I do see these now, I will pick them up, don't get me wrong. But the whole point of this video series was about kind of trying to stick in the budget. And Twins as well. I did see Twins, but it was £1. I'd jump on it for £1, to be honest with you. It's a fun film. Again, 80s, 90s. It's one of the two. But yeah, because of this hunt thing and the whole, like I said, very tight on the budget, very much sticking to everything. That was it. So that is it. I'm really pleased. I'm gonna I should have counted them before. So we've ended up with 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, counting with the Pop-Tart, 11 12 13 14 15 16 17. Okay, you could say 14 because of the budget, but thank you again, Andy, for sending me 3. That was awesome. So £5 spend, 14. So work that out. I was going to try and do 14 by £5. There's not a chance that is happening, by the way. Maybe I'll put it on the screen for you when I can do it on a calculator. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun with this. I've really enjoyed the hunting aspect of it. I know the channel is primarily, we've been doing the Funko Pops for quite a while. But I think over this summer, even if I'm not doing this kind of hunt, I still might just show you my pickups from Car Boots. And I mean, I do enjoy going off to the charity shops with Value My Gaming, and just, yeah, it's good fun. So thanks for watching this little series that I put together. Like I said before, I know Big Inzy is taking up the challenge. Please check him out. And I have also been told by someone else that they are also going to give it a go as well. And if you'd want to, by all means, knock yourself out. I've had fun. Hopefully you have too. Wow, nearly 10-minute video. That shouldn't have happened. And that even, if I've got clips in here as well, wow. Shh, I know the drill. All right, cheers for watching, guys. Look after yourself. Bye for now.
I'll be back. Only in a rerun.